On a dusty village road connecting the city of Kumasi to the quiet African village of Nishuatra, a government car suddenly broke down, surrounded by trees, mud houses, and open land. This was a moment that could change everything. Inside the car sat Mrs. Donzo, a woman on the verge of her destiny. She was on her way to a crucial interview, her one and only chance to be nominated as Minister of Agriculture. Missing this interview meant losing everything she had worked for. She stepped out of the car, her bodyguard following close behind. They tried to flag down passing buses, taxis, and even the local motorbikes, but none of them stopped. With no network coverage, new town nearby, and no help in sight, despair began to set in. The interview panel wouldn't wait. Mrs. Donzo sat on the bonnet of her car, her eyes fixed on the dry earth beneath her feet. Her thoughts drifted to her late mother, whose funeral she had just attended in the village earlier that day. As the memories flooded back, tears slowly rolled down her cheeks. Just then, a motorbike passed by. Then it stopped. The rider turned around and came back. "My name is Sam Payne," he said gently. "I am a mechanic from this village." He took a look at the engine, and using his simple tools, he managed to fix the car. Overjoyed and grateful, Mrs. Donzo offered him money for his help. But Sam Payne just shook his head. "Madam," he said, "I don't know you, but I believe you will become an important person. Please, don't let this chain of favors stop with you. Help others when you can, and tell them to do the same." With that, he started his motorbike and rode off along the dusty village road. 2 years passed. The government launched a major agricultural project called Feed the Citizens. The project's farms were located in local African villages where workers planted crops by hand and stored grain in village depots, and who was now the Minister of Agriculture? None other than Mrs. Donzo. Meanwhile, Sam Payne was still living his simple life in the village. He was recruited as a worker on one of the farms. He was honest, hardworking, and disciplined, qualities that, unfortunately, made his dishonest co-workers angry. One afternoon, Sam Payne received an urgent call. His wife, Angela, had gone into labor and needed to be rushed to the village hospital. In his panic, Sam Payne left work without officially reporting his departure. The other workers saw this as their chance. They stole 50 bags of grain from the village depot, knowing he would be blamed. That evening, as Sam Payne sat in his mud house compound, holding his newborn baby girl, a truck pulled up. Moments later, police vehicles arrived. Sam Payne was arrested right in front of his family. Angela cried helplessly as her husband was taken away. Sam Payne spent 2 painful weeks in prison. He was then taken to a modern courthouse, a world away from the simple village he came from. The judge was preparing to deliver his sentence, a heavy fine or 5 long years in prison. Just as the verdict was about to be read, the courtroom doors swung open. Mrs. Donzo entered. Her eyes scanned the room and landed on Sam Payne. She recognized him instantly. She immediately ordered the case to be stopped. Sam Payne was released, and after a quick investigation, the real thieves were arrested and punished. Turning to Sam Payne, she said, "You helped me on a village road when I had nothing to offer you. Today, that favor returns to you." She then appointed Sam Payne as the supervising officer of the village farms. Peace and joy returned to Sam Payne's life, all because of one little favor, done without any expectation of reward. Kindness planted in humility will always grow into justice and reward. Thanks for watching, and if this story touched you, please like and subscribe for more.